Hello, welcome back, friend. This wonderful new day, new now moment. It's beautiful today out here in sunny Colorado. You know, we have getting some good weather this week and we're going to get some more Arctic blasts, cold weather coming our way. So, again, thank you for being here, and thank you for joining me during these sessions that we've been having on a daily basis. I want to clarify something here. As far as you can't change your thoughts, you can't change your mind, you can't do that. But what we do is that by observing how we're thinking on those moments that are bringing us to a sensation or feeling of not being in an okay space, not feeling well, by doing that and then bring our attention over to something that we may be grateful for in that moment, it distracts us from that mind train that we're on, bringing us down to that path of more and more resistant thought that is going to charge more emotions and bringing us into a mode of manifesting things that we don't want. Because if we're in a state of mode of non-well-being, then we're going to keep getting that. Okay, so I just want to clarify, because you really can't change your thoughts. It's a constant stream of thought going on at all times. Okay, so what we do is that we create a distraction. We observe a thought, check out how it's feeling. If we're not in a state of feeling good, then we change that to a better thought, because we can do it that way. We can bypass it, because again, it's just a stream of thought. The more we're feeding into the negative thinking, the more the negative thinking is going to have control over us. If we have a type of frozen state of being where we've done a lot of negative thinking our whole life, we can't get out of the mode. Some folks just can't do that. Then they go into and they gravitate towards people who have certain practices that help with cognitive release, so somatic release, because the brain has a stronghold over the muscles. It can create tension in the body, anxiety over the nervous system and all that. We get that. In those cases, it's extreme. It's really intense for these people to go, okay, I'm going to sit down on a daily basis. First thing in the morning, I'm going to wake up, and today's a good day. I'm so grateful for this. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for my sleep at night. I'm grateful that I woke up replenished. I'm grateful for this guidance system that's telling me every morning I am grateful. I'm well. Thank you so much for it. It helps me in my life and helps me assist me in my earth walk. All of this. Some people are so frozen in their being, they can't. And so again, there's different techniques out there to assist some people that require some major work. I provide psychic surgeries to help unfreeze that mode of being. We work with your inner kingdom within. We work with the third eye. We work with you. We work with your state of being, whatever you need, with the body. Most things that didn't get taken care of at an energetic level falls into the body as something. We're in a high mode of anxiety, and a lot of stress can be taken upon the individual at this time, because there's so much news and so much happening. The world is speeding up, and there's so much more and more going on. It can be overwhelming for the individual. So reaction versus observation. When we're in a reaction mode, it doesn't leave us room for us to stop and to observe our emotions. We immediately aim and fire. Somebody says something to us, we're like, what? And react. Or it could be, again, world stage, any political event, the climate change, we're looking at all these things, we have reactions, reaction. The observation mode is hearing, stopping, observing, sitting with the reaction, sitting with it and noticing your reactions, noticing how you're reacting to it inside yourself, how it's drawing you to a certain state of being, of non-well-being. And then you observe, and then you choose a course of action. So it's a totally different way in which you move towards each moment. There's a training involved in this, because it takes a little bit of assembly, a little bit of focus. It's not doing anything, It's not a passive way of just sit back and remain calm and just let things come to you and work. No, this is actually quite an action within the self, where you're paying attention to how you're thinking on most moments and how that's charging your emotions. If you're not feeling well, then that's when we apply alchemy. We stop and we get into a state of gratitude. It doesn't take long. You know, again, what we were talking about earlier, if you're frozen, if you're in a state where you've really got yourself into a way of being where it's so intense, and that negative thinking and, you know, your health and the physical body got so intense that you need assistance, there's many people out there that can do a work for you. And you're not left to be a victim and trying to figure out how to do this alchemy thing of, you know, noticing my thoughts and where my attention's at and focusing, up, there they are again, okay, breathe, okay, meditate. Some people have a hard time doing that. And that's when you work with people like myself and others, again, do this work. They do it their own way. We provide the psychic surgeries, we do it at a quantum level, and then we kind of undo the sticky energetics, the traps within the within the network. But the light body can come in more gently, is what's happening. We're essentially changing from carbon-based beings to light beings. We're doing it, and it's, you know, it's a process for the individual, but it's available now, and that's what we talk about. The quantum reality, the quantum space, is consciousness moving faster than time and space. So we have the availability to be able to apply this and walk into it. Every day we have more results, more and more in which we're doing within ourselves is now showing up. And we have confidence. It might not show up today, tomorrow, but it does eventually. And maybe you're new at it, but it doesn't take long for it to happen. By catching yourself when you react, saying you do, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a reaction going down the deep end and going down the rabbit hole with your emotions. But what is being offered here and suggested is that being in the observation mode makes it so that you live longer life. You're not giving your energy away. You're containing yourself. You have boundaries. It's okay. It's facing and coming to terms with your emotions for finally, maybe for the first time, or maybe you're picking up where you gave up a long while ago, and you know, you shut down, and now you're like, wait a second, I got this. Stepping into that mode of vulnerability, but it gets less and more vulnerable as you do this. Okay, so instead of the aim, ready, shoot mode of going into reaction about everything and then contributing to the collective consciousness and making the objective reality real, you know, if there's enough of us who dreamt of war, then you'll have war. If enough of us dreamt about this thing we call peace within the self, then you'll have that. So you have, this place is full of different variety of realities. So we're not bringing the whole entire world into what we desire for ourselves. No, we came here to have our own thing. But eventually there'll be a meetup, and that's what we're doing here. It's simply bringing consciousness, and it's here and rising every day, getting more fantastical. So I wanted to clarify that you cannot change your mind, but what you can do, in a sense, yes, it's like a paradox, but you can't just say that at face value and then not have someone to understand what you're saying. You need to explain that a little bit more. You know, we have a mind that doesn't ever shut up. It's just endless mind chatter. And so that's why the age-old wisdom was sit down, shut up, and breathe, even if it's for 5 to 20 minutes a day. It clears some thoughts, and it clears the non-resistant thoughts from happening. And then all that wisdom, you're in a receiving mode, okay? Well, when you're in that mode of fighting up against resistance and all that, you're not in a mode to receive. It's kind of a somatic. It's a memory. It's a memory in which the mind held that we need to protect ourselves. Fight and flight, a way that we need to assert ourselves in order to get everything's done. You know, all of that. No, this way we're stopping and observing, staying still, and then choosing a course of action. So, and thank you so much for being here today with this message. If you have any questions, please don't feel shy to put a comment in there, in the section there, and then send me a message, even a private message, right? Or, you know, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for doing that. Sharing these videos, right? On all that, and then we will be back tomorrow with you, and enjoy wherever you are, you know. Be well in your mind, body, and spirit, and we appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Namaste.